Plus, our reporter found out just how much mercury she has in her system from eating fish, what she needs to do now to get rid of it. Good evening, I'm Dana King.
And I'm Ken Bastida. The news starts now.
This is CBS 5 Eyewitness News.
How much mercury is in your fish? What you can do to find out before you cook dinner. The simple steps that you can take to find out how much mercury is in the fish you like, plus what you can do to get rid of the toxin in your system. Last week we showed you the results of our tests on mercury in fish, and we discovered higher than normal levels of mercury in sushi and fish fillets sold all over the Bay Area. And now, as part of a continuing Consumer Watch investigation, Sue Kwan is here to tell us what to do with this information. Sue.
Well, first, do not panic and stop eating fish, but do pay attention to what you're eating. I certainly am after my mercury blood test revealed what a doctor had suspected. If you love flaky fillets and creamy raw fish,
I like yellowtail.
Ask yourself, just how much seafood do you eat?
I'd much rather pick a fillet of fish over a piece of steak any day.
I eat a lot of fish, like 3 times a week.
I eat mahi-mahi. I'm just like them, fish eaters who devour at least 2 servings a week. We're the kind of consumer Dr. Jane Hightower sees at her practice. She's an expert in mercury poisoning.
Your mercury level should be less than 5.
Because I eat a lot of seafood, 2, sometimes 3 times a week, she hands me a lab request for an immediate blood test. Dr. Hightower studied patients who were having symptoms of mercury poisoning and found one thing in common. They all ate larger, high-end fish, the kind known to contain higher levels of mercury.
Amongst the fish they're consuming are your swordfish, ahi, sea bass, orange roughy, fish like that.
A particular group emerged with the largest risk of exposure, Asian Americans. Culturally, seafood, including these varieties, are common in the diet.
They are 3 times higher in prevalence to have elevated mercury levels higher than we would like. The patients had nonspecific symptoms such as headache, fatigue, troubles thinking, insomnia, muscle and joint pain, stomach upset, hair loss.
Directly attributing these symptoms to mercury in seafood is difficult, since scientists have never given the toxin to humans to study effects. In fact, the National Fisheries Institute disputes Dr. Hightower's research, saying, quote, "There have been no documented cases of mercury toxicity from normal consumption of seafood ever in this country." The group representing the fishing industry strongly believes the FDA's allowed limit of mercury in seafood, set at 1 part per million, adequately protects consumers.
Well, there is a little bit of pushback from the industry.
But chemical engineer Mal Wittenberg believes the federal limit should at least be cut in half. He calibrates his Safe Harbor mercury testing machine to test for much lower mercury levels, levels found to be average or standard in each species of fish. At or below, and the sample gets a Safe Harbor certification sticker. But when a piece contains more, it's rejected. In fact, 1/3 of all of the fish that Safe Harbor tests fails.
We've certainly found more mercury in fish than we thought would be there.
In just a few days, my blood tests arrive, and it turns out I do have mercury in my system. 6.3 micrograms per liter, a little bit higher than the 5.0 that is considered normal. Dr. Hightower is not surprised.
Californians are not ordinary in their fish consumption compared to Ohio or any other Midwest state. We consume more. Therefore, we have to really look at what we're consuming and be very careful, and we're hungry for information.
At CBS5.com, on the Consumer Watch section, we have a link to a mercury calculator so you can see how much of each fish is safe for you to eat every week. And then tips on how to get rid of mercury in your system. My favorite, which I did today, work out and towel off your sweat before the mercury actually gets reabsorbed back into the body. Dana?
Okay, keep us posted and let us know when all of it's out of your system.
I will.
All right, Sue, thank you.